Good evening, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone has had a great day so far. As always, it's the night before the game, which we all know what that means. It's time for your match preview ahead of Leeds United versus Norwich at Elland Road under the lights tomorrow evening. Just before we get into the video in more detail, make sure you're smashing a like on it. It would really help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe if you are brand new to the channel as well, and help me reach 3,000 subscribers as quickly as possible. Hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions on tomorrow's game in the comment section down below. So then, Norwich City. Obviously, the previous encounter that we had with Norwich City, we came back from 2-0 down to beat them on their own turf at Carrow Road, 3-2. 2 goals from Crescencio Somerville and an own goal contributed to that comeback that day. And it was a very good comeback. It was very frustrating, but also very good at the same time that day. But I'm hoping for a less awkward encounter with them tomorrow evening. Now, Norwich coming into this game on the back of a very impressive 2-0 win over West Bromwich Albion. Although when you do look at the stats from that game, I know it's not all based on stats, but West Brom were actually all over Norwich, and apparently it was 2 breakaway goals that Norwich scored on the counter-attack to seal that win. But they took the chances, fair play to them. And obviously Leeds are coming into the game on the back of a late winner on Sunday against Preston North End to win the game 2-1. So both coming into it on the back of wins. Obviously Norwich, they went through a little bit of a weird patch around the time that we beat them at Carrow Road. They were losing quite a lot of games. They were drawing a lot of games, and David Wagner was under intense pressure as the Norwich City manager, but they seem to have turned it around a little bit recently. They currently sit 8th in the league, a few points off the playoff places. So they'll be wanting, obviously, to do a job on us at Elland Road tomorrow to hopefully, reignite their playoff hopes. Now, what gives me confidence going into this game is our home record. I think I say it a lot when we play at home now, but, our home record is insane this season. We haven't lost yet. And I don't think we'll lose the game tomorrow either. I think usually, if the past is anything to go on, when Farke was the manager of Norwich, it was usually around this time of the season where his Norwich team usually picked up the pace a bit and went on a bit of a run. So I'm hoping, since the turn of the year, Leeds United are unbeaten in all competitions. Obviously, 3 wins in a row in the league and a win in the cup. And I do think we'll win the game tomorrow as well. But I do think that Norwich will be a much tougher proposition than what Preston were the other day. I think Norwich will actually come to play football and try and win the game, unlike Preston the other day. They've got some good players of Norwich. Obviously, there's Josh Sargent up front. I think Ashley Barnes is still injured. They have got good playmakers in and around their squad. But I do think Leeds United will simply have too much for them, especially going forward. The likes of, whether it's Bamford or Perot up top, you've got either of those two. You've got Somerville, who's in great form. Dan James is in unbelievable form. You've got Gruev, Kamara in the midfield as well. And I do think we'll win that midfield battle as well. So, all the signs are there for Leeds United to go and win this game. And obviously, Farke will want to get one over on his former team as well, like he did at Carrow Road earlier on in the season. I think he is still quite well admired at Norwich, is Daniel Farke. However, they were frustrated at times with him with similar things to what we're frustrated by, the lack of substitutions prior to the 70th minute and all that jazz. So, look, it'll be a tough game. Like I say, I think Norwich will come and play a good style of football. They'll be on the front foot, but I think that'll play into our hands. Leeds always play better against teams that actually come and try, and against teams that actually want to have a go and put it on us, because then that opens the space up for Leeds United to create counter-attacks. Now, as I said, will it be Bamford or Perot that leads the line tomorrow? Will Patrick Bamford get a rest? I didn't think he was great against Preston the other day, but I didn't think he was bad either. I just, like I said on the last night, I think it just wasn't the right game for Pat, I don't think, the other day. And obviously, I thought when Perot came on, the penalty aside, I thought he actually had a good cameo appearance. So will Farke be inclined to put Perot in from the start in this one, or will he play Bamford once again and then start Perot in the cup on Saturday? Who knows? But I think that's an interesting headache for Daniel Farke to have. It'll be certainly interesting to see how he chooses to approach the game in the number 9 position. Obviously, Cooper is available. He was on the bench the other day, but he was chosen to be on the bench. Pascal Struijk is still injured, so I assume it'll be Archie Gray, Joe Rodon, Ampadu, and Junior Firpo in the back line. Like I say, guys, why change a winning team at the minute? You know, it is the only position that I maybe would have a look at changing if I was Farke, just to play devil's advocate, would be the number 9. But I think apart from that, I think everyone will retain their place. And you know, it's interesting that I was just speaking about centre halves there, because we've been linked with Ben Godfrey from Everton, obviously a former player of Norwich under Daniel Farke, someone that he knows really well. So I think that would be a really good signing if we could get him in. Apparently Sheffield United want him as well. But I think Ben Godfrey would be a really good asset to Leeds United. And, you know, why would you want to go to a team that are on the verge of relegation when you could go to a team that are hoping to be playing Premier League football once again next season? For me, it's a no-brainer, but we'll keep an eye on that one over the coming days. But yeah, I think he'd be a great addition at centre half. And, you know, Farke did hint in his press conference today that there will be a centre half signing. So is it Ben Godfrey? Who knows? We'll soon see. So yeah, like I say, guys, going into this one, I am confident. Like I say, I do think we'll simply have too much for Norwich. Don't get me wrong, they are a good side, and I'm sure they will come and play a good style of football. But I just think, especially on them counter attacks, with the quality that we've got going forward, I do think we will have too much for Norwich, and I think we will beat them 2-1. I think it'll be another close one in terms of scoreline, but I do think we will get this one over the line. And like I was saying on the final say, you know, I know frustrating again, but Ipswich obviously got a late equaliser against Leicester City last night. Another 1-1 draw between those two teams. But if we win tomorrow, and if we win our next league game next Friday against Bristol City, we'll be going into the weekend's games in second place. Which, yeah, even if we end up back third or fourth after that, it just gives Ipswich and Southampton something to think about, doesn't it? So hopefully we can get the job done tomorrow and next Friday, and we'll see how it goes from there. But that's the end of this match preview for tonight, guys. Really hope that you've all enjoyed it. If you wouldn't mind smashing a like on the video on your way out, it just helps get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel as well if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell, and of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Obviously, there'll be no upload tomorrow, guys, as I will be at the game. But we'll be back on Thursday night with another live edition of The Last Say, where I'll be getting all your guys' thoughts on tomorrow's game. So make sure that you tune in for that. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you in a bit. Cheers.